Okay, welcome to Awesome Kids All the Time. I'm Dr. Steve Scheibner.
And I'm Megan Scheibner.
Now, we have a lot of followers to our ministry, and one of our folks wrote in recently, and they had a child that wandered off in public, and they couldn't find this child. And we found that we've had actually a few parents over the years. This happened to us when our kids were little as well. Megan, talk to us a little bit about what do you do? How do you train into a child that might wander off? What do they do?
Yeah, this really is a big issue, and it's almost counterintuitive because if you think about it, many parents, including us, one of the primary things we taught our kids was don't talk to strangers, right? Be careful. Strangers mean danger, right? Stranger danger. But what happens when your child wanders off, and we've taught them, you don't talk to anybody. And now they're alone and they're lost and they're helpless. And so, one of the very first things we need to do, and the younger the better with our children, is teach them their full names and mommy and daddy's full names. Like, I'm not Mommy Scheibner, I'm Megan Scheibner. You call me mommy, but you need to know my name.
Right.
They knew your name. So they need to know their name, they need to know their parents' names, and they need to know their address.
Right.
And then once they know those things, and it takes time, you're going to teach it over and over and over again, right?
Yep.
It takes children a while to learn is we have to teach them how to recognize those people who are, as Mr. Rogers would have said, the helpers, right? And so there are people that they can go to for help if they get lost, whether it's a storekeeper. If they're at the mall, we lost a child at the mall, would have been helpful if he knew to go to a store personnel.
So how would they recognize the storekeeper?
So I think when you take them into stores, you say to them, do you see the people with the name tags?
Okay,
do you see the people in the uniform? If you get lost, that's where you go. Or a librarian in the library. Show them what the librarian, policemen, right? The policemen want to help our children. And so moms and dads, here's a warning. If, especially in light of some current events that have gone on, if all they hear is how bad the police are, and then they get lost and they're frightened to go to a policeman, we've set up a really scary paradigm for our kids. So we have to be careful. They're listening. Be careful. In the park, if they get lost, I told my kids, look for a mommy with children. Right? Or a family with children.
Oh, that's a good one.
Those are safe places to go. And just saying it, our kids aren't going to learn it. But as you're going about with your child, saying to them, okay, we just came into the library. If you got lost today, where would you go for help? Asking them the questions so that they begin to recognize who the helpers are. And very importantly, teaching them the difference between them approaching someone for help and being approached. And being approached is danger.
You're not my mommy, you're not my daddy.
You're not my mommy, you're not my daddy.
Right.
But approaching someone is getting help.
Yeah, absolutely. So they learn their name, they learn their parents' name, they learn their address at the earliest possible age, and then teach them to go to the helpers.
Teach them to go to the helpers, right? We don't want to leave our kids lost.
That's great advice. Well, if you want more, go to the store, characterhealth.store. Much more there, much more in depth. This has been our Awesome Kids All the Time tip of the day. Thanks for watching that clip on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our weekly content. And now, let's hear from Mr. Pepe Le Pew.
I love you. I love you more. I kiss you. I kiss you more.
I couldn't have said it better myself.